Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am super excited to have you guys here today because I will be showing you guys how to do my go-to makeup, fall makeup look. And yeah, I'm gonna be showing you guys the products that I use, my recommendations for certain products that I like, what doesn't work, as well as this video is friendly for hooded eyes. So to all my chicas out there, all my chicos out, whoever's doing their makeup, if you have hooded eyes, do not be discouraged. You can still create looks that accentuate your eyes. Okay, you guys, so I'm super excited. Thank you so much for watching this video, and without a further ado, let's get into it. Let's go. And so I have already done my brows. I will probably go ahead and retouch them afterwards. I just like to kind of have my eyebrows already done or semi worked on before I go into my eyes. So now I'm actually gonna go ahead and prime my eyelids, and what I'll be using today is the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer. And I will say that this product here is actually like good, okay, in the sense that like I have used this product and it makes like my makeup last, okay. Like I remember for my birthday, which if you haven't seen my birthday vlog, it's up and running, so make sure to go and check out that video. I'll place a link in the description below. But yeah, this primer, like this, eyeshadow base, is really good because I had my makeup, I was doing my makeup and I did it around like two or three, and my eyeshadow makeup lasted till like past midnight, till around like 2 or 3 a.m. So it really lasted me like about 12 hours, okay? And sometimes you think like, oh, like, you know, these lower, you know, more affordable brands sometimes don't do the job or whatever, but they do. And, you know, it's a hit or miss. You really do kind of have to see what works for you, as well as like sometimes these brands create products and sometimes it's like a dupe fail and sometimes it's a dupe success, and you can save your coin, okay? All right, you guys, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put in product into the crease. You wanna go ahead and take a crease brush. This one actually is like, for that, it actually says like crease on it. And I would say like if you're new to this, if you have this, start with something like this, or even go into something that's a little bit more tapered, okay? And now if you have a full-on eyelid section, you know, you want to go ahead and start at your crease. Now if you have like the little, you know, little bag that comes over, I forgot how you say it in English, pero si tienes el párpado caído, what you want to go ahead and do is actually start at the bone. So go ahead and, you know, start kind of seeing where the little brow bone is, and go ahead and that's where you're going to start placing product. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the Hypnotic right here, and I'm going to go ahead and start working it into that area. All right, you guys, and then I'm gonna go ahead and follow it up with rough, and I'm using the Huda Naughty palette. And again, I am working it right there into that bone, and we want to just work it here at this end. We don't want to drive that color too in, as opposed to this one here, Hypnotic. I did drive it a little bit more in, but with the rough, we're just gonna do it into that outer part, okay? And I'm still building it up with that same color rough. And so here now what I want to go ahead and do is also create that V shape. So what I'm going to start doing is placing it here at like the inner part here so I can start forming a V and create the shape to my makeup. Okay, so now that we have blended in those colors and we kind of started creating that shape into our eye, I'm actually going to go ahead and take this orange color here. It's like a brown orange that will add some dimension to our look, and it's the color Arouse. Tap any excess, and I'm gonna go ahead and use this domed shadow brush. And so what we're gonna do is we're not gonna place it exactly where we already worked that color. We're gonna place it right below it. We're gonna place it right below it, and then we're gonna work it up, okay? So we eventually do wanna work it up to where we work the other two colors, but like I said, we want to start it from here on out to like the middle to the top, okay? Because we really want to just work that color in. So again, we are working that up. I'm taking a few more loads of it because I want it right there. So as you can see, again, we are working it up and then adding it to that. Basically, for the people who don't have a crease, we would pretty much be placing it where like our crease would be at, but not into the bone, right? Kind of below the bone. So I actually went already ahead and cut the crease, but I'm probably gonna reset it again or cut it again because like, which I don't have to, but I just might do it again lately because I had a call and I had to leave, but I'm back. So yeah, I like to pause. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and actually add brown to my eyes, like a darker brown, which I'm going to start here in this part, like the V. You see here, right? Like de aquí, from here to here. We're gonna create a little V, de aquí, aquí. Okay, so de aquí, aquí, from here to here. And what I was trying to say earlier about like finding the bone, which I had talked about earlier, that was regarding like if you have a hooded eye o un ojo caído. So yeah, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and use this Estee Lauder palette that has received a lot of love. And I'm gonna go in and use the brown color. As you can see, it's a brown that I've been highly using. So try to use a brown that is not super dark and not light. And even if you have a light one, you could honestly use that too. Just try to use one that doesn't have a super like orangey tone, because earlier I used Arouse, which is like a brown, but as you could tell, it's almost like orangey too. So you kind of want to be careful with that. We start off here and then build it up, just kind of like the orange, but you don't want to do this one too much either, because it just creates that little tone right there. Put that concealer on the eyelid. You blink, you can blink or you can look up. And for people with hooded eyes, that's gonna help you define and identify where you need to create that dome. So I'm gonna go for the next step. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Pacifica palette. It's Peachy Punk Mineral Eyeshadow Pacifica palette, you know. And I have a little message for everyone who's viewing this right now, which whenever I purchased this, I was pleasantly surprised. But mira qué bonito. No sé si lo pueden ver, pero dice, "You are so pretty." So, gracias. Pero bueno, so ese mensaje se los dedico a todos ustedes que lo están viendo. Están bien hermosas, bellas, guapas. ¿Ok? Sí. So bueno, procediendo, voy a usar el color Schooled, which is this one right here. I'm so excited. Hey. Pura fiesta en mi cuarto, you know. Start off with a brush, and then I'll probably move on to, honestly, like placing product with my finger, but I always like to start with like a brush, and this is going to be pretty much to place it in the dome. I'm obsessed with like brownish lipsticks, and yeah, I just think brown high key can really accentuate just like your whole existence. I'm just kidding, but yeah, it's just such a beautiful color. And you can always take a Q-tip to just, you know, take off any excess here, which is, this is what I like to do, just to clear anything out of all this debris that I have over here. Or you can take like a cotton ball to pretty much take that off, because right now I'm gonna go in with my actual foundation. So I actually went ahead and already primed my skin. I used the Benefit primer around like my pore area, and then I went ahead and used the Marshmallow primer from NYX. Okay, and for foundation, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing and Waterproof Foundation. I've had this, I love it. You just kind of have to make sure that you get it tested with someone so that you can make sure you get the right color, like, because that's important. But I do love this foundation. Like, this foundation stay on, bruh. It stay on. It grip. Con las pinzas todas chuecas, pues no hay más, muchachos. So for the concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Tarte concealer, Shape Tape. Honestly, I love this concealer. Okay, like I have tried a lot of concealers, maybe like not a lot, cause you know, like tampoco, pero he tenido pues mi fair share de concealers. Y neta, que este sí. Este me gusta más que el MAC, ¿ok? Este me gusta más que el MAC, honestly. Porque el MAC is like really hard to just work. And like I just feel like que se te seca el otro y luego like it's really hard to like blend it into your skin and stuff. So this is honestly, I prefer it over that, okay? So okay, you guys, so I went ahead and put my powder. I know she's looking kind of crazy. It's looking crazy over here. But I went ahead and used the Laria Mercier, what is it? Setting powder, translucent setting powder. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is bronze my cheeks using the NARS Laguna Matte palette. Let me tell you, this palette is it, y'all. So we're going to take the NARS. And what's really good about this bronzer is that like this bronzer stays, okay? Because I've used other ones and bruh, it just like salgo de una fiesta o pues de un baile o algo así donde pues bailé, you know, pues fui a pasarla bien y así. Y pero aquí se baila, Y pues sí, salía y ya no tenía producto. O sea, like, I'd be like, how, like, you couldn't really see that, like, I had, like, por decir, I didn't bronze my face type thing. So I was like, no, eso no. ¿Qué es eso, verdad? De hecho, mucha gente recomendaba ese y usan ese. Pero igual, pues, gente, you know, people use different stuff. Whatever works for them. But that one works for me, for someone who, you know, likes that long wear. That one's it. Especially like if you are someone who does like going out. Like, por ejemplo, yo cuando salgo, pues sí bailo. No, si han visto mis vlogs, bueno, tengo uno ahorita, pero van a ver más vlogs y pues va a ser del baile. Hay unos que van a ser del baile. Y sí, me gusta bailar, honestamente. Y, you know, when you go in and you dance, like, especially if there's a lot of people, you'll start to sweat. And what sucks is like your makeup, like, you know, pretty much getting ruined. And I feel like you get a chance to actually like still look decent after el baile or the club or whatever, lo que quieras decirle, de la fiesta, de los 15 años, de lo que sea, ¿verdad? Donde vas a estar allí, pues mucho tiempo, por decir. But that bronzer does work some magic and does stay on you for no reason. Actually, yes, for a reason, but as it should, right? As it freaking should. Bueno, pues muchachos, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and use this is like pretty much like a powder brush. You can use it for different things, but I like to pretty much dust off. And I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this off here with the bronzer. All right, you guys, so I went ahead and curled my lashes, put on mascara, and put on my falsies. So just to touch base, let me show you guys the products that I used. I used the Extreme, I can't even tell because it doesn't say it on the package anymore, but it's an Estee Lauder mascara, and yes, it works wonders for you. And then for the falsies, I used these Profusion Iconic 3D lashes. I love them. So yes. And then for my lipstick, I went ahead and lined it with the same lipstick itself, but I used a MAC lipstick color Sin. Okay, and then I put a gloss over it using a NYX product. So it's a NYX Shine Loud, and I just used the clear gel part for it. Okay, you guys, so for the next step and pretty much like the final like steps, is I'm just gonna go ahead and do a smoke out the eye, smoke out the look pretty much. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a brush. I'm gonna probably be using these two brushes here. Voy a empezar con este café que ya había usado antes y voy a empezar pues con este pincel. I'm also going to go ahead and use the Schooled copper color that I was using, that I used for pretty much the eyelid. I'm going to go ahead and use that as well to smoke out the eye también. So you guys, I really hope that you enjoyed my fall makeup look, and please let me know in the comments below if you plan to recreate it or if it inspired you to create your own look. I am so thankful for everyone, and thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. I am so appreciative of you. I'm thankful for you, and I wish you an amazing, wholesome, and amazing Thanksgiving full of love and joy. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Pati Poderosa, and I'll see you guys in the next video.